People say winning solves everything. Yes and no. Winning gets the people who plotting against you another opportunity to take you down next week because they're not going to stop. So winning doesn't solve everything. Winning might delay what they're trying to do. But that means you got to always be on your P's and Q's because they're coming for you. See, when they start coming for you, they don't stop. Julia Johnson Law. Black people underestimate Jim Crow and how long they willing to go. That was the key part. How long they willing to keep up at it. That's the part that we think, oh, we're good. And then weeks later, boom, a bomb. Because you thought, oh, I won that fight. No, you won that battle. The war is not over. And you got to win the next battle and the next one. And one of the ways you need to win the battle is to get all them coaches over there who say they for you on defense. And have somebody over there hold them coaches accountable if the players are not consistently doing their jobs. Because ultimately, Colton Hood is gone and we still got the same problem. Lakai Hill Green is gone. We still got the same problem. Those were two good people for us. And every time a player gets on the field, regardless of offense or defense, they are auditioning. Because y'all know the portal going to open up in January. And that's part of the war. It said, yes, this team is talented, but doesn't seem to have any leaders or dogs. Yeah, we got to figure out who that is. And I don't know if Coach Prime need to go back to the leader and the dog patch, but more people need to have them. I just need to understand why Reginald Hughes didn't play. I'm waiting on somebody to tell me. If not, I'll go look after this. I will be back at 10:35. I already scheduled it. It said linebacker positions didn't improve last year until they added Lakai Hill Green, and we're missing him. Fat Eva said, love those butts. How you doing? How you doing? So, okay. So Brian is saying that when we lost Lakai Hill Green, we lost a big piece to that. But what about this guy right here, Reginald Hughes? I mean, how can you say that this guy right here isn't a contributor? I mean, this is serious right here, right? Even the Cincinnati game, we didn't have a French and a Hughes. Nobody hit those numbers in that game. And that was one of the best games we played, stopping the run. So there's no reason with the Georgia Tech game, we shouldn't have been able to stop the run. That's how you know you got to go back to offense and see what they did to mess it up. And that's exactly what happened. Now, I don't know why we don't have that production from him. Maybe he didn't get the opportunity to be that productive. But going from 9 of 2 to 1 to 0, there must be an injury somewhere. There has to be some kind of injury. There has to be some type of injury. They said the leading tackle versus Delaware was Jeremiah Brown with 8 tackles. Wow. It said, I really like Jeremiah Brown. I'm glad he has, and me too. I think Jeremiah Brown, Ben Finesse, if I can call out your name, you've been balling. Vickers, I don't care what them stats say. I know he did something because I saw it. And I remember people saying they call him seatbelt. And Bayard, same thing. He can get to the Bayard plays like Lakai Hill Green did with the blitzes. He needs to play. Who the front seven are, who starts on defense is going to be critical because you know that they have the ability to come out swinging with 9 tackles led by Reginald Hughes and then Martavis French. When other teams gash the defense, they always attack Hodge. Oh, really? Okay, that's interesting. It said last year's D-line coach was better. They didn't show this Pecco guy giving constructive criticism. He always says good job. Well, I felt like they said he had the teams hunting, but I wasn't there, so we're going to have to take what you're saying. And we need Otis to step up into Block Bully's shoes. Okay, Jaheim Otis, right? Is he a starter? Because I thought when we looked at a depth chart before Georgia Tech, he wasn't even a starter. Pecco doesn't seem to be doing the job with the D-line. Okay, and fans have opinions, so let them talk. It said D. Lou was better. Isn't he at Miami? Is that the guy that went to Miami? I think they balled out from what I could see the first game. I didn't know about the second game. It said Hughes was in the Delaware game. He missed that tackle that Anaquin ended up making. Hughes missed it first. Then Wiggins and Barnes got the tackle. Yeah, that's crazy. Because I don't know how you come out on your first game 9-2, and then you so far different in your second game. So you know that's gonna be something to watch for the third game. That's why I said, do not allow all of the distraction about the quarterback situation. It's not a situation. If Coach Prime made a decision and he want to backtrack from it, if he want to change his mind and move in another direction, because I did hear him in the press conference say he does want to get back to have one quarterback consistently, then that's fine. Caden, I posted what he said on X. He said, God got me. So he good. So now we just need to focus on winning. And I don't care who the quarterback is. I need this defense. I need to understand what's going on here. If you say it's the tackles, is it the tackles because they coming from the wrong angle? It can't just be the players. Because we didn't have these players last year. We had some of them. Ben did good. I didn't see him, Jeremiah balled out. So we know they can learn how to tackle. We know they can hunt. That's what they said. Pecco had these guys hunting. Based off what I saw off of Ben and Jeremiah, for sure, they can hunt. Martavius French, hell, Hughes in the first game. I need somebody to explain the disparity between the first game and the second game with Hughes, because that's crazy. Yeah, I know we won, but hey, I need to know what's going on. Are we going to see him held back versus U of H? Because you're going to need him. You need to put Georgia Tech opening with Delaware. You need to stop the run. They don't run the ball that much. So you still gave them 100% more yards than they normally run. They normally run 49. Now they got 80 something. So that's more than they typically expect. So the point is we have to come out swinging. That's what I'm saying. So let's see what else y'all are saying. It say, yes, he went to Miami. Okay. Yeah, that was the guy they said he went back home to Miami. Okay. All right. It said Otis was brought in to replace Block Bully. Remember when Gilly pulled him aside and that was him. Okay. All right. So, but why didn't he start last? I don't think he started with game one, did he? Because I know we looked at a depth chart. I have to go back and watch it. And I didn't think he was a starter. I think I was surprised by that. But I still say, hold on one second. Here it is right here. All right. This was Georgia Tech. When I start going out to the bottom, I'm just trying to see who's who, right? Tawfiq Bayard in the Georgia Tech game, Jeremiah Brown, London Merritt. And then I remember, and Isaiah Harge, that's right. And then I remember thinking to myself, okay, when I went and looked at the Delaware game, I noticed the players were different. And I said, okay, I know what they did. They rotated a lot more players this time around. Like I didn't see Okanola on here, but maybe he's hurt. I'm not sure. Sean Myers, that's somebody that they were expecting to take a larger role. And he did go 1 of 3, right? But it looked like he was tackling in zone rather than man. And then Reginald Hughes was tackling in man and didn't have much in zone. And again, I don't understand that. But Amari McNeil, 0 of 1. I don't know. I guess I would expect McNeil, Davis Swain. I don't know. I guess I would expect these guys to have some solo tackles, but maybe they don't play like that. But the point is, you see, we can come out swinging with Georgia Tech. You have to go back to that. You have to have the mindset of the Cincinnati game where you're going to run the ball. You're going to be dominant on offense. You're going to stop the run. You just got to put it all together. And when you have it amongst different teams, then, it just says you ain't put it together. But how long you going to take to put it together? That's what the summer is for. Is that not what fall camp is for? To put it all together. You can't use the first 3 games like an NFL preseason because this ain't it. This is not it. You can't go with the mentality of We just want to get to 6 games. We did that last year. So we need to do better than last year. If we try to get to the Big 12 championship or surprise some people and get to the playoffs, we starting out wrong. And who we lose to matters. Who we win matters. Who we defeat matters. It seems everybody played against Delaware, right, Melissa? When I was looking at that, I said, okay, they put everybody in. And I'm not mad at that. I still don't understand the disparity with Hughes. That is not somebody that you can discount with the way he balled out with Georgia Tech. And people need to understand or try to figure out why that was different, unless something happened in the second half. And I'm sure it did. Hell, he probably would gave up because I would have gave up too. After doing all of that work and you just throw it out there like that. And that has a lot to do with it too. If I play on defense and I see the offense giving away the turnovers, not doing anything with them, yeah, I will be deflated. See,